Yeah, well, you know, it's hard to get straight answers out of China, especially from the Chinese government. Josh Brown, there are a number of other stocks in the market, and I'm thinking about software mostly here, that follow Nvidia's lead. I'm putting Dell and Supermicro and some of those equipment makers aside. What is your expectation for how the AI trade overall digests the overall optimistic story that Jensen not only told to analysts, but told us here on CNBC tonight? What does that mean for the overall narrative of AI's growth and potential?
So I think, broadly speaking, people are going to wake up tomorrow and digest 48 sell-side notes, most of which will be some form of overweight / bullish / accumulate. I know they keep coming up with new ways to say we like the stock. But on balance, what they're going to read from the analyst community is, I think, once again, like a sober version of awestruck. I think the sell side is going to try its best to keep its enthusiasm in check. But they're talking about the second half launch of Blackwell Ultra on the conference call. And somebody's like, well, wait a minute. You had a hiccup with Blackwell. It launched a little bit late while you dealt with that. Are you still seriously coming out with the upgrade already in the second half of this year, the new version? And Jensen's like, yeah, we're doing this. So I feel like you're going to get a buoyant tone from the sell side. And I think that will extend to the other names that you mentioned, John. But Nvidia is really unique. I don't think there's a substitute. And again, at 29 times forward, there doesn't need to be. I don't think you have to buy the fourth best. Look at the people that bought AMD a year ago. It's in a 50% drawdown. You know how many people bought that stock saying, I don't know, Lisa Su and Jensen Huang, they're actually cousins. Jensen used to work at AMD. I missed Nvidia. I'll buy AMD. I always find that to be a mistake. It's not that none of the peripheral stocks can work. I guess what I'm saying is if you have a portfolio without Nvidia and you're trying to make a bet on autonomous vehicles, machine learning, augmented reality, virtual reality, data center, don't miss this name and don't go looking for the poor man's version.
I got it.
Right
pick
here
your
in front
favorite.
of you.
You pick your favorite, and you got your favorite, and it's working. Cassie, you're meeting with clients talking about AI. How much are they talking about the possibilities and trying to understand that and the performance that they need for those possibilities versus concerned about costs at this stage? Where is the conversation with these people you're talking about?
The conversation is very little about costs, very much about possibilities, and also very much about the completely different paradigm that some of these technologies require in terms of thinking about ROI. What does it mean to figure out the value of a generative AI system working at scale in the enterprise? And so what we see is for individual users, it's enough that it feels useful. But scale demands to be measured. When we're going to do things seriously at scale in the enterprise, you have to rethink all your frameworks of value and of automation. And we are on the cusp of management getting the hang of that. And that is going to be such a phenomenal blossoming of use cases. And then we're going to talk about, oh no, how do I actually get enough of what I need, not just in terms of hardware, but also in terms of experts who can help.
All right, Josh Brown, last word for you here. Is this the place where you can buy Nvidia still?
Yeah, I mean, I would love it. It rallied 4% into the print tonight, so I would love it if it pulled back 4% for people that are not in it. I'm not buying more just because it's already big enough in the context. It's a 10,000% return since 2015, so I don't need more Nvidia personally. But if somebody does not have this in their portfolio, I don't think it's a wild stab in the dark to be buying it here. And quite frankly, if you're not in it, I think the lower it goes, the better.